EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Sentinels of San Antonio. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Hurts changing up the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
break.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brock. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground with Etienne. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And this is what you want to do in the 1st half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Go, check. Go, check.
Etienne up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 yards there, 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play call, and you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's a give to ETN. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown. A great play there. 58 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
Slot man moves right. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Can't get away, and he's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now we'll change things around before the snap. Throwing is Hurts. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Dobbs. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Sentinels are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Motion left, Smith. Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Draw play, ETN. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
73.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw from his end zone, Dobbs. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, it's Rodgers. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Swift going to try up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Over the middle, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw is Dobbs. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The previous play big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the
touchdown, Eagles! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And he'll get in for 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. The kick here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Throwing on second down. Hurts under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Here's Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 25 yards that time.
Ready?
Dobbs is throwing. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, it's Dobbs. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with the lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly, to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Patterson now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Eagles 35,
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Escapes the defender. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw Dobbs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Okay, ready?
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now Dobbs. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
70, 70.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 32 on the play.
Here we go. Check. Hurry, hurry.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Running out of the gun with ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out. And the Sentinels have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they aren't back within a single point here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll They'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And Hurts going to move him around. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give right side Swift. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Dobbs. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready.
Now Dobbs. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL